Hello, everyone. How's it going? I am back with the message you need to hear right now. Let's hop right into it and find out what is it that your angels really want you to know. From the jump, I am hearing that you are extremely irreplaceable. You are one of a kind. So there's a lot of people right now thinking about you, wanting to talk to you, especially people that aren't in your life anymore. But I'm definitely going to take this message a step further. I feel like a lot of you guys would have success speaking your mind more and just making yourself be known, whether it is in your community or online or through content creation. What I'm really hearing is that you guys have a very unique energy, a unique perspective, and people also want to hear what you have to say about important topics and things going on. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you could be very passionate about things, especially things going on in the world, and at times, sometimes the more louder, more opinionated voices are heard, but a lot of you guys could just be like to yourself, you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to attract attention to yourself for all the right reasons, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of people that would love to hear your stance or your opinion on things. So this is definitely a sign if you wanted to speak up about something, if you're being called to do so, that is definitely something that your angels, God wants you to do, not only right now, but also in this lifetime. It's actually part of your purpose to speak the truths that you've discovered. I feel like for a lot of you, you may feel like your existence is a bit like hard on you because you're discovering things and you can't do anything about it, or like there's things going on that you're uncomfortable with. And because you could be like an empath or identify with being a healer of some kind, you're in tune with what's wrong with certain environments that you step into. And at times you could feel overwhelmed, like there's nothing you could do about it. But the reason why you were brought to this awareness is because there is something that you can do, whether it's small. Sometimes the things you say and do can create a ripple effect. So I feel like some of you guys, you're considering like speaking up about something or taking it a step further and maybe like creating like a YouTube channel or doing something where you want to speak your mind. And again, I feel like a lot of you guys don't want to come across as one of those people that think that they know everything, or you don't want to come across as arrogant or narcissistic, but it's your voice that needs to be heard, because we all know about people that we probably should take the microphone away from. I always have this joke, if you guys have been following me for a while, like some people are just like, give me that microphone. But there are people out there like yourself, the person watching, is this sign that your voice is meant to be heard. Certain people, I feel like it's time for them to sit down and it's time for you to speak. I really feel like certain people are brought into this lifetime to speak up about things, and sometimes they're not able to do that because they're overshadowed by the people that were meant to listen. So in this lifetime, I really feel like you are meant to speak your mind, speak your truth. Maybe not to an audience, but maybe even to an individual or speaking up to somebody or in an organization. It's going to vary on your circumstance, but I definitely feel like some of you guys are going to take some steps to start speaking your mind, and it may end up in something way bigger than you even imagine. So again, I'm hearing that you guys are irreplaceable. There are people in the past that you have spoke truth to, because at the end of the day, you guys may not be the most forward or the most aggressive with your opinions, but when you see something or witness something you don't like, or when a friend even comes to you and asks for your honest opinion, you give people the truth. So there's people that can't accept that in the moment, so they may be mad at you or walk away from you, but then over time they realize that, number one, you were right, but also number two, that other areas of life, they valued your opinion and they no longer have access to that. So I'm definitely picking up the energy of somebody right now in the current energy that really wishes they can get your advice on something. I'm actually picking up a romantic connection for starters, and it was never that this person never valued your advice. It's that they caught feelings for you very hard. So it was really hard for them to just treat you like a regular friend or someone that they could go to. So it was kind of like they wanted to go to you for advice about you, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely picking up a relationship that got turbulent just because of the fact that this person caught feelings for you, or they were dealing with a lot of things and they didn't want to show you that side of themselves because they kind of felt like you were going to look down on them. So this person's energy is coming through because I believe that there was a falling out or a fight or something like that. And this person really realized after you were gone how much you were right about things, but how much you changed their world. I do feel like because you guys have this high vibrational energy and you speak truth into a lot of people's lives, there's just going to be people out there that just like can't handle that, or it's a lot at once. And I really feel that you guys don't even mean to do it. You could just say one little thing that plants a seed in this person's mind, and it kind of just exposes a lot of things they need to change or reevaluate. So yeah, let's see what else we have going on here with the Ten of Pentacles. I really feel as well that, especially if you guys have family members or friends or people that you're close to, they really value having you around, even if you didn't really express it that much. I feel at times a lot of you guys can feel undervalued or valued or unappreciated for this gift that you have, because Not everybody wants to be around somebody that doesn't allow them to live in their ignorant bliss, you know? I really do feel that your energy just kind of exposes things in people that need to be fixed or changed. But again, sometimes people just want to vibe. Like, they don't want to be met with this intensity. So I kind of feel for my light workers and healers. I know I've gone through this at certain points. Like, I kind of wish that things could just be chill sometimes and I didn't have to have like these gifts or hear these messages or have to speak these truths. But it's like, if I don't do that, things kind of end up crappy anyway. Like, so I really feel that you're not meant to blend in. You're not meant to appease everybody. You're not even really here to make friends, but you will build people in this lifetime, whether it's through your work or through whatever it is you have going on, that genuinely love you. And I feel like the more you guys heal, the more you can accept people as they are, at the same time as living your mission. Because I think there is a delicate balance between speaking your truth and accepting certain people are just the way that they are. And we're not really trying to change people or fix people. You can love people as they are, but also be ready to give them the truth when they are ready to hear it. Because what I'm hearing as well for some of you is that you could be making a shift right now and realizing that maybe you're wasting your time arguing with certain people, and there's certain people out there that actually want to hear what you have to say. So yeah, that's something else I see coming through. Like, instead of trying to convince people of your opinion or your point of view in the wrong environment, maybe you're meant to step up into a new environment. Because some of you guys watching are like, Alice, I do that. Like, I'm always speaking my truth and nobody's listening. Maybe you got the wrong audience then. Like, maybe there's people are not ready to hear it, or maybe you're just in a different energetic level, or maybe some people just don't have like the same interest as you guys. You know what I mean? Like, we have to know our audience sometimes. Like, obviously, if you guys are coming here for a spiritual reading, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys my opinion about certain things, but I'm sure there's a select few of you guys who would love to hear my opinion on certain topics, and maybe that'll be like an idea for another day I'll venture into. But you get what I'm talking about? It's a sign that maybe if you are doing a certain type of work and people are coming to you for that work, you don't really feel heard in the other areas of life that you are gifted and talented in. I definitely feel that there are people out there who want to hear what you have to say. And so that's some of my content creators out there. That could definitely be a sign, because I geared off into another direction. But there's definitely an energy of always feeling undervalued, unappreciated, that kind of carried into you not believing that there are people out there who will value you and appreciate you. And this is not just relationships. It's not just like your work or speaking your truth. This is also just day-to-day life. Like, if you're constantly around people that make you feel like your gifts are a burden or that your opinion isn't valued, you're around the wrong people. If those people can't handle what you are, then yeah, I guess for a select few people, maybe, you can work on your delivery, but I really feel like for most of you guys, this is more about stepping up and speaking your truth than it is about dimming or fixing or changing yourself. Because I often feel like you guys are forced into being something that you're not a lot of the time and dimming what you are. So you got to go into environments where you can let 100% of what you are shine. Or some of you guys, you really are really wise and deep and profound, but you're trying to preach to like your friends, or you're trying to preach to your your family members, and they don't want to hear it sometimes. Like, I know it's the truth, but that saying, it's like, I forget the exact quote, but something about like Jesus not even being like a prophet in his own town, because like sometimes the people closest to you can't really see you for who you are and your truth. So you guys could actually have a farther reach than the people around you. And it's nothing against the people around you. It's just that they kind of see you in a certain light. You guys get what I'm talking about when I say that? So don't be discouraged just because certain voices around you don't hear you. But I also feel as well, this is a sign too, that if you're around people that you feel undervalued or underappreciated, then sometimes it really can affect your whole life, and that energy can carry into your work, and especially if it's like childhood wounds. And so I'm advising whoever's watching right now to try to branch out, meet new people, do new things, maybe even take a new job if you feel like this energy is in your work environment. Like, if you have the luxury of doing that, of course. I know some of you guys feel like you're trapped in your circumstance, but I feel like there could be a way or an avenue that you could be speaking your truth more and being heard and being appreciated for your knowledge on a certain subject. A lot of you guys out there are like really highly educated, or if it's not formal education, like you just love learning about things and the life around you. Like, personally, I'm a Life Path 7, so sometimes like, my TikTok and when I'm just chilling, it's kind of filled with learning and perspectives, and it's really important to kind of filter out the information we take in, whether it be on the internet and online. And it's also really important to step outside of the internet and go outside and experience life too as well. Has anybody ever experienced that, like sometimes like on the internet, like the world seems one way, but then you step outside and it's like, oh, it isn't actually so bad out here. I feel that's also another thing that your angels want you to know, that for a lot of you guys who are deeply involved in like caring about things going on or social issues or whatever it will be. You know, you guys are really highly empathetic, so you can be really passionate about all these messed up things going on in the world that you want to fix and change. But you're only one person, so I feel like for a lot of you guys who are doing the work, and remember to enjoy your life too as well, because you have to balance out like everything that you are, and being a truth speaker and a truth seer is a really hard burden to bear, but God would not have given you that gift for no reason. There's a reason for it. So if you're feeling helpless or hopeless right now about certain situations, know that you could be either part of the change or invoke a change, whether it be small scale or large scale. Don't ever feel like your energy or your influence is not valued. It's actually highly valued, more valued than the average individual. You have a highly influential energy, and your angels and God want you to use that energy for something positive and not wasting it arguing with people who are so dedicated into seeing the other direction. Because again, there's certain people that just don't want to see the fact that you know the truth, or they're not ready for the truth. Could be personal to you or not personal, but sometimes we really got to detach ourselves, especially if it's people we love that just don't really see us for who we are. But I feel like maybe that's what you guys experience in a love relationship. Like, as much as like you really loved and care about this person, like you kind of felt like you guys were constantly not seeing eye to eye, or they weren't really valuing the things that you were telling them or teaching them. But what I do want to say is that in hindsight, by the way, this person had a lot of feelings for you too. So I think that like, you know, when they would argue with you or this or that, it's because maybe certain things you would say, they would take it very personally. But yeah, I'm feeling that like, there's a defensiveness, not because they don't care about what you have to say. I actually feel a lot of you guys have experienced that in relationships too, whether it be friendship or romantic or exes. Like they genuinely just like felt like they knew better than you and didn't want to listen. But there's also certain people out there that are just super triggered by you guys and what you say, because they care about you guys so much and your opinion. So if you say something that makes them feel like that you see them in a lesser light, or there's something they need to change about themselves, they take that personally. But I'm actually zeroing in on an energy of somebody that, it's really not that they didn't value opinion. They ate up and soaked up everything that you said. It's just more that they began to realize that you were seeing them as like somebody that needed help, and you were seeing them truly for who they were, which is also very intimate and very triggering. That makes sense, because for a lot of people out there, they can put up this mask, this persona, but you guys, like my seers out there, like you guys have that ability to just see right through people. And like I said, it's a blessing and a curse, because you can sometimes see, you know, a genuinity in somebody that is trying to put off this facade of being, you know, badass or tough, or then you can also see the facade of the nice sweet person smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back, you know. So it's definitely things that you will point out, like, oh, this person, there's something off about them. I was like, oh, they're so sweet, they're so nice. At the same time, you'll have love for people that people don't understand. And also, as someone with this real authentic energy, a lot of time people are not going to like you because they could see that you could sniff them out from a mile away. There's going to be something about you that like really like ticks them off, even if they can't put a finger on it. Like your light is always going to illuminate or trigger the darkness or the demonic energies in others, you know, for lack of a better term. You know, hate to bring them up, but they're there, you know. But I do feel that what I'm hearing is that you are so irreplaceable in someone's life. And I really feel that although right now they could be defensive towards you, they got their walls up, they still see you as someone that like they can have a stability with. And they really value your kindness. Like I feel like you showed this person kindness when they even felt like they weren't deserving of it. And I think that's what was triggering about this connection. It's like how much feelings you make this person feel. It's kind of funny because it's like with this Ace of Cups in this deck, it's like it looks like blood almost. I never really realized that. Like I know it's not, because this deck is cute and innocent, but I really feel like I'm hearing like that one like Leona Lewis song, "You Cut Me Up and I Keep Bleeding Love." Like it's like somebody really has these strong feelings for you. So that is the reason why like almost everything you say and do is really hard on them. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. The King of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah, and I feel that this person knows deep down, even if you don't admit it, you're gonna judge them. Like, or you judge them for certain things that they've done in the past, but not in a way where you're gonna like criticize them. It's the way that you wanna like help them be better or see the truth in them. But honestly, it's just certain people that have a hard time facing themselves that you're sometimes going to have the biggest issue with. But if there's somebody here that you made them feel feelings they don't normally feel, and that is the whole reason why like they could be very triggered by your energy. We got the King of Wands. Why are they coming with the King of Wands in reverse? The Empress. Okay. It's kind of funny because I just got done filming for my pick a card channel, which I don't upload as much anymore because I really just love just talking to the camera right now over here. But it kind of is a repeated energy in one of the piles where I literally, the Empress wanted to come out reversed. Like, unfortunately, because you guys have such healing aura, like you can sometimes trigger like the childhood wounds in people. So yeah, I feel that there was somebody here where you really triggered like some sort of wound in them, and or they really felt like you can read them and they were afraid you were gonna like find out about them or their truth, because somebody may have had a really difficult upbringing or something really horrible happened to them and they haven't really faced it within themselves. So again, a lot of you guys like are like myself, or you're like a tarot card reader, or you're just intuitive or psychic or spiritual, or you're more like, you know, you pray, you talk to God, you just know things about people, and it's very obvious that you were gonna find out eventually something about this person that they were not ready to face themselves. And that is kind of like what have triggered them maybe to run away or walk away or whatever happened here. But the point of this reading is not about them. We can have a ton of readings about love and how toxic this person is and this and that, whatever, right? This is more about the fact that like, it's not that you're not loved. It's not that you're not valued. It's actually that you are the truth that sometimes this person and repeated energies in your life cannot face. And that's why they could run to you, run from you, run to you, run from you, run to you. And yeah, that's kind of it right there. Because you're gonna have people out there be like, oh, this person doesn't care about you, you know, but you know when someone doesn't care about you, you can see that clearly. This is more of an energy of like, literally, I'm so afraid of myself, my feelings, that I can't handle this right now. At the Empress here as well. Yeah, because you guys really do come in as like this healing energy in people's lives. Like, I can't help but to notice like this girl over here holding like the cookies, like I picked you some cookies, and they're like, oh, this kindness actually hurts me. It triggers me. I've never felt this kindness, this genuinity from someone. It's suspicious. It's weird. Like, you know, like into them, it's even if, you know, like in their mind, they can rationalize, be like, this person does care about me. It's like their trust issues and their core wound issues that are being triggered here. So yeah, somebody just doesn't understand why you guys would even take the time to help someone like them, or yeah. So that's kind of that. But the kindness that you showed this person is like an energy that a lot of people will appreciate, you know, when they're ready for it. I just feel like you know, a lot of you guys have big destinies and purposes where you're meant to speak to the masses or write a book or do something that affects a bunch of people. So this energy you guys embody, like if it's directed just at one person, like all that truth is a lot for someone to handle, and somebody is really like taking in like the things that you told them right now. And yeah, they learned a lot while they were around you. 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah, you definitely forever changed somebody that like you encountered. Could be a fire sign as well. Could also be an earth sign, Taurus energy I'm seeing too. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We got the Lovers, of course. And I just feel as well for a lot of you guys, you are outside the box, especially for my spiritual people out there who like, you know, love God, but you're into, you know, spiritual things that may be different or deemed as like not, I don't know. I just feel like some of you guys, like you're used to just being like criticized, even though your intention is good. Like I always say, like, you know, if God has given you a gift, it's for a reason, whether or not people approve of it or not. If that's what you're meant to do, that's what you're meant to do. And I feel like it's like you clearly embody like otherworldly gifts. And it kind of scares this individual here who's like, okay, like there's a part of them that doesn't even understand entirely how you can read them so well, like a book. And oh my gosh, I did not expect this to turn into a love reading, but we've got the Lovers here, 9 of Pentacles. So it's like somebody keeps like pumping the brakes on their connection with you. But the point is that they're going to circle the block because you're irreplaceable to them. And I'm really hearing like this one song, it's like Capsize. I remember like I used to bartend back in the day, for those who don't know, and I used to put on music videos while I was like cleaning the bar. And I remember this one music video, you guys can look it up, it's like Capsize, but I really love this music video. Yeah, the song's called Capsize, and I forget the name of the artist, but like it's a really nice dance number in there. But anyway, this song goes like, I'm not the same as I was with you. I would jump out of my skin just to get you. Like, I just feel like there's just something about this person, like energetically, they are so drawn to you, but emotionally, they're so triggered. And it's just like this push-pull energy. And then with the Knight of Pentacles here too as well, it's like they really can only move at this slow rate because the amount of truth that you guys kind of spill onto them so quick, so fast, so easily is a lot. And you guys may not realize you do it. You just think you're having casual conversation with this person and you're calling them out accidentally, or you're just saying something that makes them rethink everything that they once thought about their life. And actually, I feel like a friendship energy too as well that feels this way about you. I'm not just seeing romantic. I'm actually seeing there's people in your life that actually embody this energy too as well. Like you may go out, hang out with this person, and they kind of check out for a couple days, and you're like, what happened to so-and-so? You literally cause this person to go in and reflect. And I'm definitely thinking more of like, if you guys have friends that are like, into talking about spiritual topics or God or life, like, and just looking at things a different way, or philosophy or issues or perspectives, for people who genuinely want to learn and understand the way that you guys do, your energy is so profound. And that's why I really feel like a lot of guys can benefit from tuning out the people that just want to argue and be right, and tuning into the people that want to sit and discuss. Because there really is a clear difference. And there was a part of my time in my life where I didn't even realize, especially for YouTube and stuff, that people actually valued what I had to say. And I always give myself as a comparison, because a lot of you guys think there's such a far stretch between being watching someone like me online versus actually being someone that people listen to. But I do want to say a lot of you guys is mediums are going to be different. I might be a tarot card reader, right? But this is just, I could talk without that, and I might in the future, but I'm just saying that everyone has their own things, right? So you guys might be like, oh, well, I'm not a tarot card reader. You don't gotta be. If you got opinions or insight or creativity or something to say, do it, put it out there, because just conversations itself you have with people have changed lives. You're irreplaceable. And there's somebody here, and the reason why they're being highlighted in the reading is because this person is going to come back into your life. And this is the reason why, because they just really value you in a way that is almost triggering to them, because it makes them rethink their whole life. And you have that power. It's how is it that they've had these full established relationships with people, this full established way of viewing the world, and then you enter their life, and it's not only energetic that things have changed for them, it's also the things that you guys say and do. So yeah, I could be doing the Earth sign, also Gemini placements with the Lovers there. The Hierophant, yeah, I'm really hearing that this person would not be surprised if they're very spiritual here, or feel through you, they've gotten a stronger spiritual connection with God. They acknowledge this connection as being spiritual. And if some of you guys, you gave them a spiritual awakening, because they could have even been I don't know about all that stuff, and then you come in boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So this person they could have walked away impulsively with the Knight of Wands in reverse. We got the Tower here, the Magician. Five of Cups. Yeah, it's just that this person in the I feel like there's just certain parts of them they're not ready to face yet. And again, unfortunately, and I like to tell you guys this, but when you have this energy and you speak truth, that always comes with conflict in one way or another. That's why the Five of Wands is there. 5 is the number of change, but we seeing 555 on the clock. You sometimes, to evoke change, there's conflict, and that's kind of it. There's a conflicted period going on here in somebody's energy towards their connection with you. But the point of the reading is that they find you irreplaceable. They find your advice irreplaceable. This is not an offense to you. This is just a huge transformation that they're going through. And again, the reason I do these channels is that you guys can see yourself in the light that other people see you. So your self-esteem is not impacted. Yeah, there's going to be people that are shallow, that don't care about you, that want to argue with you, that don't value you. But when things are different with certain people. There's certain connections where you're yeah, that person didn't give an F. But this is not that, Something you said came true, so I am kind of scared of you. Guys, by the way, you can purchase my digital decks. I'm having a big sale on all my shops, but on Etsy right now when I upload this, if you guys want to check back later, I will be having a big sale too on the other platforms that I sell things. Something you said came true, so I'm kind of scared of you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Crazy enough, with all these love notes that I made, I literally channeled a bunch of them in a night or two, and they literally always spill the tea. It's actually crazy, because I was literally just talking about this before, how you guys kind of scare this person, because it's not that they don't believe what you're saying, it's that they actually believe in you too much. They're you scare the crap out of me. It's only a matter of time before they expose these wounds in me that I'm not even ready to face. Probably something happened to this person, that they just don't want to speak about, and they feel you're gonna discover that, or even unconsciously it's your energy calls for them to face these wounds that they're running from. And the thing is that a lot of people have ran from you guys for the same exact reason, but I feel with this individual, they feel this connection to God, and they feel like you can give them the answers about why things are not going the way that they want them to in their life. But they got to face you to face that. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of just like one of those things. Other people are jealous of you and want you. That's what first drew me to you. And for some of you guys, yeah, especially for my people out there that are, that you met in conventional circumstances, and they didn't expect to meet someone of your caliber, like doing the things that they were doing. Something tells me you guys could have even met through a means where they were repeating a toxic pattern. They were in a phase of like avoiding, what they came here to do. Wow. Yeah, I feel like you guys awaken people to what they come here to do. You may have a gift of that. And I feel like you've awakened somebody in a way where they're like literally off track, and God is like, hello, hello, hello. And, sometimes I'm not saying that we are the people that change people, but it's like sometimes God does use us as a catapult in other people's lives. And this is exactly what you are to this person. And you might be like, hey, what the hell did I do? But you don't understand the powerful energy that you embody. That's why I'm also telling you guys, like, it would be appreciated so much more for the people that want to come to it, versus sometimes like you're being used as that, like that, all right, God's trying to reach you. Let's try this person, I feel like you guys may not realize this, but that's why you may come in and out of a lot of people's lives. People come in and out. There's nothing wrong with you. It's that people can only handle your energy for a certain time period. If they stop appreciating what you are and what you embody, it's like, there's other purposes that you need to serve. There's other people that would appreciate your help. And a lot of people, they do appreciate it up until, certain things happen where you've reached the wall of how far you guys can move together, or you reach that wall of like, okay, this person is no longer being a healthy supportive in your life, so God is removing them or whatever. So there's someone here, I think that they probably were moved or removed themselves until they kind of face certain things they need to fix or change. And they can't run from this. I really feel like you genuinely scare me. What did you guys do? You scare people. That could be another topic title. Like, you guys scare the F out of people. You are scary to this individual, and not in a bad way, in a like, oh my gosh, this person sees me and none of my masks are working. This is literally so triggering to a lot of individuals, especially narcissistic people. You guys might want to check out your narcissist worst nightmare video that I did, because this is definitely like the same type of energy. Like, I'm probably speaking to the same exact people that watched that one. If you guys are new here, welcome. That's probably like a couple months ago, but it reminds me of the same thing. But just like you guys unmask and trigger people, you also unmask and like have this beautiful experience with these people that you're not even realizing that you're doing. And I feel like some of these people are going to come back into your life and let you know this, that you did change it for the better, made them view life differently. And we didn't really realize that. And I've always had a lot of experiences where people just like F you, or just didn't treat me right, whatever, right? Never see them again, good riddance. But there has been time periods where people have been like, oh my God, when you said this one thing to me, it really got me thinking. One thing I said that, so you don't even realize how powerful your words are. So you definitely scare this person, not only because you trigger like core wounds in them, but you also like, you see them for who they are, which is really scary for a lot of people who've been wearing a mask their whole life. I can never afford someone like you. You are divine. The funniest thing too as well with some of these connections is that, like I was saying, like in the last video I did, like some of these people, you really need to see the way they view you, because they can see you as so divine and amazing, and like they can never afford your price, spiritually speaking. But also, some of you guys do have extremely high standards, and they just don't understand why you would even take the time of day with someone like them. But it's probably just because you guys were called to, whether or not you realize it or not. You probably, and this could be friendship too as well, and a lot of different energies in your life. You do things because you're called to, not because of any shallow, superficial reasons. And that's why it's very hard for certain people to rationalize. Who are you, and where'd you come from, and what do you want from me, I have to leave everything behind. Give me time. There is a call for this person, a higher calling for this person. And it's not just about you, but it really is about, if they need to be in your life, to get on your level, to partner up with you, they really need to change their ways. And you change their mindset, the way of thinking, just really get on a different level. And that's what they're being called to do. And unfortunately, you are that catapult, that trigger point, that truth speaker that kind of brought them onto their path. And I see you posting, is it about me? Yeah. I feel like some of you guys, like this is like a lot of people, they really think the things you say and do speak to them. That's why I really feel as well that you guys could probably be very successful at just speaking to an audience in one way or another, because you have a gift of connecting with people. And a lot of times these certain people really think like, it's like, you may not realize things that you post or do or say really, really call to this person or this individual or a lot of people. I think the reason why this person is coming up in particular is because of, it's a sign of like how powerful your energy is and how deeply you've really impact individuals. I'm starstruck. I feel like a fan more than a love interest. Yeah, like I said, like there's like almost like a star quality or a divine quality you guys embody. Like they're in the presence of something great, even if they can't even rationalize it. And again, like this is not for my people out there who like literally think they're the best thing to kind of walk on the planet without, you know, actually being a genuine human being. This is for you guys who are genuine human beings who need to hear this, because I always feel like you guys have a hard time seeing yourself in this light because you've met people who think of themselves in this way, and it's not a good thing, you know? But like you need to understand the way people see you, because that's why you are a target sometimes to just narcissistic people or jealous friends, people taking you down, because not only can they see you in this light, but other people around them can see that you are the truth, you speak truth. And so many people, you know, want to grab a microphone and speak and be heard, but there's very few that have the ability to influence genuinely and move people with love. And that's what you guys do, you do with love. So even if you guys, like I always said, it's not even about the numbers, but there could be people out there who are jealous of you that have a farther reach, but their word is not love. And I feel like your guys' word is of love. Even when you speak truth, that could be not harmful, but hurtful. And I feel that there's a lot of people like that don't appreciate that. You know, they can't handle the love that you guys have, potent love. Like this Ace of Cups, it really signifies to me that what you do it with love. So that's why your words ring true more powerfully than a lot of people. And so this person is fully aware that they're in love with you, that you speak love, that you are truth. And it's like, I really feel like they feel naked, they feel vulnerable in your presence, and they can't go about life the same ways that they used to. Like they feel like you really see them. And you really saw this person at a time where they were hiding and they didn't want to be seen. But I feel like they're being called towards something, even if it doesn't have to do with you guys. Maybe it's just, you know, you're meant to be with them in passing, because sometimes it really is like that. But I feel like for some of you guys, you know, maybe their calling is to be some sort of part of your life, you know? It's really going to depend on your circumstance. But I really feel like this person is, their skill sets and what they are can be used for something higher. And you've been kind of called to communicate that to them. But again, guys, don't try to fix or change. It's not about that. It's actually about seeing the person for who they are and loving them for who they are. And that's kind of it, without enabling them to as well. It's kind of like not trying to fix or change. It's almost like trying to highlight, these are your good qualities and you need to focus on this instead of focusing on that. Yeah, because I just feel, again, like I never want to perpetuate trying to fix or change people. I'm talking about the fact that you are doing it without even trying. That's what I'm pointing to. And you're powerful, your voice is powerful. And it's almost like when you're not even trying, you do this more than like when these people are in your life and saying, oh, I'm changing, and they feel in control and they're manipulating. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about energies where you just speak some truth and someone just like literally spooked and can't handle it. Like, you know, and they got to check out for a little bit. So yeah, there's so many things I would do over if I had a chance. I wanted to save you, but maybe I need you to save me. Yeah, again, it'd be an energy of like somebody who genuinely wanted to come in your life and help you, be there for you, be a friend to you, be a lover to you. But, you know, they're seeing you guys as someone that could obviously need help and support too. But there's been kind of like an awakening through this connection that made this person realize like, wow, I have a lot of things I need to fix and change within myself. Like I thought this person needed me, but I think I needed them more. And that could be very, very unnerving for a lot of individuals, because you guys all have relationships where people may have tried to come in there and like be your knight in shining armor, and then it turns out they're not all it's cracked out to be. Some people genuinely are love bombers. Some people just genuinely really thought they could be this for you, and they just can't. You know, through this connection, they're like, whoa, this is intense. So yeah, you got to really be ready for this emotional intensity, this type of connection that I'm picking up on. No one understands how much I love you, not even me. But the point I'm trying to say is that maybe some of you guys like can reach a lot of people with this powerful energy, and you should try doing that. I'm also the sign too as well that if you guys are just like posting and just doing you, this person is still seeing you and watching you, and even from afar, like you still have this powerful influence over others. You'd be surprised how many people are trying to check up on you, watch you, fake accounts, this and that. I know there's some of you guys who are like, oh, I don't have social media. I feel like for you guys, it's actually just like repeating the things that you guys have said or things that you guys talked about, or finally picking up that book you recommended. Like there are people who are still reflecting on things that you said within their connections with them. that you think they weren't listening or they forgot, like they're replaying and they're dreaming about you. Like if that's not it, there's a lot of people that are keeping up with you guys from your past because they really miss and value your opinion and your perspective. You're unique. It's like, yeah, in your presence could be scary, but like once people are ready to kind of come to you and hear what they need to hear, it's really something that is very enlightening. But sometimes it really is a lot to take in, because there's one thing to like hear the truth, but there's another thing to come to a whole realization about someone around you that's painful, or a situation around you, or betrayal, or whatever. Because I mean, I feel like some of you guys, like maybe there's friends that are going through things like a breakup, or somebody is really not in the right career for themselves, or there's things that like that a lot of people have invested time into where you're like, hey, maybe this is not for you. And it's like you could see things so clearly in others that they have such a hard time seeing within themselves. You will find success. It's also a sign for you guys that you keep speaking your truth and being this way. Although you may feel like you're wrong or it's bad because you may not always get the best reactions, it's actually what you're sent here to do. And you always have ears to listen if you follow your intuition. Don't waste time on people who are, if someone's in this triggered state right now, don't keep chasing after them. Let them come to you. And that's kind of the biggest thing. Like people will come to you when they're ready. You will find success. And sometimes it's really all just about communication here. Very soon, speak your mind. Wow, guys. This is literally what this reading is about. Like, you can't make this up. Speak your mind, guys. See? You'll find success very soon. This is really a good sign for those that have recently spoke your mind to somebody, even if it was harsh and you feel bad about it because they didn't react well to it, or they're taking it in, but you're just kind of nervous. But you said we needed to be said, you know, or some of you guys who genuinely like, want to, you know, speak your truth more on a certain platform, or be heard in a certain community, or some of you guys will like actually build a community on something that you are believing in, or you see, or you want to talk about, like, and you know, there's people out there's ears out there that are waiting to listen to you guys. That's just what I'm hearing. And that's just what your angels want you to know. Like, there's still ears out there that want to hear you. So even if you're already like being heard in certain ways, or in an environment people value what you listen to, value what you say, I mean, like, then there's probably other people out there that will value even more, or maybe you guys should speak even more truth. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. In a few days, focus on what's important. Somebody needs your help. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who need what you guys got. You are valued. You're here for a reason. Don't let anybody else make you feel otherwise. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of people very jealous of this ability. There's so many people that wish that people would take in and listen and reflect the things that you guys talk about. People really do that. So there's a lot of people that could be so loud, or even, you know, they wish they were profound than the way that you guys are. So you dealt with a lot of jealousy and animosity, people who made you feel like you shouldn't speak, you talk too much, you're too loud, you're too this, you're too honest, you're too whatever, you need to change. And in all honesty, sometimes those are the people that need to hear what you need to hear the most. The people that don't want to listen, you know? But don't waste your time on them, especially if they're stopping you from reaching other people or believing in yourself that you have what it takes to reach a grander audience. So yeah, I feel that some of you guys may be like hiding back your opinions on things, or you're afraid of rocking the boat. But what if rocking the boat is your next ticket to success? You know? I feel like I said, going back to the story, like, you know, with love connections, right? Sometimes that conflict, there can actually be a resolution at the end. That 555 energy, that implementing change, that's something you guys can actually bring to a larger scale. And I also feel as well for those that this could be specific, like you want to like speak your truth about something going on in a certain environment, or speak up for yourself, or, you know, take that first step to defend yourself, or tell someone no. It's definitely going to vary on whoever's watching. You know, you guys can let me know below in the comment section, like, you know, what's going on. Like, do you want to like speak about things going on in the world, or is it a personal thing? Do you want to stand up to somebody? Do you want to like, you know, expose somebody being fraudulent? Like, there's so many different things that you guys could be speaking up about. And it's like, why were you gifted with this truth, this awareness? Not for no reason, you know, especially in situations where you're defending yourself or defending others, and your heart's in a good place. Because I know a lot of people, like, they speak and it's just ego, but I don't think that's what you guys are. If you guys are like scared to speak your truth, and because you don't want to come across like these arrogant people out there, but you're not that. Believe me, you're not that. I like to always remind you guys, because it's always like unfortunately my empathetic people that have been a victim of so much in life that fear they could be what they hate. You know, it's never the people that actually need to reflect that they're not the victim, or that they could do wrong. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I like remind you guys, like, you know, you're not the problem. There's seriously just people out there who don't like what you guys are, what you embody, jealousy. There's really just dark disgusting people out there, and sometimes you're trying to show these people compassion and respect, but they don't deserve it. Whereas like you guys deserve to be a little less humble, a little more proud, a little more proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. So I guess you guys see that in other people and try to help them, bring them up, but sometimes it's really their own journey where they got to hear what you got to say, and face the light, face the truth, because some people are really only in a dark space because of the people around them. And I know that you guys have had that situation too go on. I definitely have dealt with a lot of mental health issues, and I noticed how well I improve or how fast I improve when I'm isolated or away from certain people and environments. There's certain periods in my life I'm like, do I have a full-blown anxiety disorder? What the hell's going on? And then, I take time out and I heal, and I'm out of that situation. I'm awareness, and I'm like, oh wow, intuition does not lie. It's actually crazy that I can have a full-blown on anxiety when something is wrong. And that's why I really feel sometimes mental health issues are hand in hand with sometimes spiritual things that are happening. But I also feel it's very important to focus on your mental health and healing as well. So yeah, I go deep in it, but you guys know I always say spirituality is not a replacement for mental health. But when you are working on your mental health and you're doing your best and you have these feelings and these gut feelings, anxiety, or these pulls, then you genuinely know that there's something else going on here that you need to pay attention to. So if you guys are seriously unhappy and depressed in your workplace, your environment, something is wrong, you're getting anxiety around certain people, really start to take notice of what your energy is trying to tell you. Especially if you guys were doing fine in the past when you're working on your mental health and you're what is going on? There's something around you that you need to be paying attention to. And this awareness is a gift. It's not a curse, although sometimes it could be very uncomfortable. I know what you guys are going through, believe me. Your selflessness is recognized. I want to say right now that there is an individual here that does want to come back into your life. They realize that you were being very selfless and kind to them. That actually was the triggering part, because they've never had that. They recognize that you were selfless in this connection, but I feel they just weren't ready for everything you guys embody. So when they are, they're going to come in. Look, I've never met anyone like you before. Literally the whole point of the reading. You're unique, one of a kind, irreplaceable, loved, valued. It's even with some of you guys with these love connections, you're that person didn't give an F about me. It's impossible for people to just run through you guys and just not give an F. It's just because even at a friendship level, you're profound and you're important, and it's people really value you, almost to the point where it's highly triggering. And it could be for other people highly triggering to be around someone who has such power and influence in their energy, and that makes them really want to change their ways, especially if they were really I don't want to say trauma bonded, but I guess trauma bonded, or even, I feel people don't use that word, right? And I see a lot of varied definitions of it, but they were bonded to the people around them, the past around them, and all the things that were wrong for them. It's whoa, that's a lot, because in order to kind of unsee that, you really got to go through the hurt of seeing the truth. And it's you guys kind of already done this for this individual. Don't compare yourself to others. Positive thinking can change the outcome. You're ignoring a blessing. Yeah, I feel some of you guys are kind of going through it right now because you just feel misunderstood, but you're ignoring the blessing, which is the gift that you've been given, this awareness. As much as it's a curse, it is a blessing, and it's because you are being called to something higher. What's the expression? Many are called, few are chosen, or something. So yeah, you guys are chosen for a particular purpose. And keep living it. You're living it every day. People always ask me, Alice, what's my purpose? It's you guys living your authentic, speaking from the heart, living in your truth. There's not just one purpose to be here. Our purpose is to serve, and God will call you in the direction you're meant to be called to. And sometimes you're going to have periods where you feel lost and confused, but really, in all reality, it could really just be that people around you are making you feel that way, that you're not special, that you're not important, that what you have to say doesn't matter. It does. And for someone out there, you have changed your life already for the better, and you're going to have lots of other people. Wow, see, 8 of Wands. You're going to be hearing from this individual. Justice. I feel yeah, they want to get this friendship or relationship back in a good place. And I really feel some people are coming back into your life. And I don't really feel this could be people you fell out with. This could be people that distance themselves, to work on themselves, or people, but some of you guys, it is, certain people, we know, should stay away, far away, but there's also people out there who will be you know what, I really did value this person, and I just wasn't ready for what they were or what they embodied. The devil there. Yeah. There's an individual here that may need to run a few of the same cycles to realize that they're tired of living in this low vibrational energy here, or being around low vibrational energy. They know that your presence means walking away from things that no longer serve them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm really hearing for this person, I have never met anybody that could see me in this way. Like, I've never met anyone that saw my truth and saw my ugly, you know? Because sometimes you guys really do also expose people who think that they're great and amazing, and they actually do have some things they need to work on, you know? And I'm sure it's situational. It's not like you're just like, you in the street, you need to change. Like, no. None of that. I really feel it's more like you have connections with people and you're like, hey, like, this is why you're not where you want to be. Boom, truth bomb. Yeah. I just really feel that you guys are going to be the cause, or are the cause of putting a lot of people in their power, whether or not, you know, you guys realize that. But not only that, like unmasking and certain people who shouldn't be in power too as well. Some of you guys, it goes the opposite direction. And if that's also part of your purpose here, then God bless you. I'm praying for you guys, because it ain't an easy task, you know, and just by your truth and speaking your truth, sometimes you guys tend to do that without even realizing it. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys like the reading. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Queen Alice Love, for updates on everything I have going on. And again, your angels want you to know that you need to be speaking your truth. Stop feeling bad about speaking the truth to people that they needed to hear. You could be embarrassed or even ashamed sometimes when you're called to say something, and you know, it's a vulnerable thing, you know, but I really feel that you got to get comfortable with this, because this is part of your gift. And the reason why some of you guys are like, why me? Why do I have to do this? It's because no one can see the truth as clearly as you. So it's better coming from you than other people. Like, you can get to the nitty gritty of what is really going on in certain people and situations, and that is irreplaceable and is valued. And in a sense where people may not appreciate it when you're there, but they sure as hell appreciate it when you're gone, even when it's too late. And also, you guys are meant to be reaching new rooms that you haven't been going into yet. And so that's what you're going to want you to know. You need to be speaking your truth more, because your opinion is going to be valued even more when you keep speaking it to the right people. And your opinion is already valued, and people that you already know do want to hear what you have to say. They do value you. So if you have certain people that are not listening in your life right now, there are certain people that will, and that do want to spend time with you. And if you don't, then you probably have an audience or a platform or a new reach out there. But the point is that you're meant to speak your mind. You're meant to speak your truth. Don't let anybody shut you up, okay? That's not here to sit still and look pretty, but you guys most certainly can. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys like this message. And yeah, expect somebody to come in there and actually start to do some maturing because of what you guys have told them. Finally, they're going to stop listening to gossip and low vibrational BS, and they're going to start to take control of their life because of you. So I do hope you guys like that message. And again, I really feel like I really got to put this out there, but you guys may not realize how important it is to listen to knowledge and perspectives and broadening your horizons. Well, you guys realize that, but I'm trying to help you guys understand something. There's so many people that listen to gossip all day long, chitter chatter, low vibrational BS with people around them, more than they listen to actually truth. You get what I mean? So they're literally not even in anything close to the energy you guys are in. You guys are constantly trying to consume self-development, awareness, different perspectives. Like, you are literally a well of knowledge that people are waiting to hear from. You don't really realize that people are in a whole other energy before you step foot onto the scene. So, and even in any field you're in, you embody this energy of like, boom, truth bombs, because that on top of your spiritual gifts and your genuine heart is going to make you an unstoppable force. So I just want to remind you guys that. Okay, love you guys. See you next time. Bye.